Imagine a world where sending money across borders is as fast as a text message, where banks and crypto work hand in hand, and where owning a digital asset like XRP could skyrocket in value. That future is not far off. It's happening right now. From Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin hitting exchanges like Kraken to Bank of America's 1.6 trillion stablecoin T's, the financial system is about to be flipped. Stick around to see where it's headed and why XRP holders might be grinning all the way to the bank. Welcome back to Zip Tips Crypto. I am Zip, and I hope you are doing fantastic this evening, morning, wherever you are. The financial system and the world is changing with digital currencies. And today, I'm back to give you the macro view of how and why owning XRP is a great choice. So just do me a favor, please hit the like and subscribe button. And now let's go ahead and dive in and discuss the future of money and where things are going. So let's start with the big news. Ripple just integrated its RLUSD stablecoin into Ripple payment system, a system that already moves billions globally. Since launching in December 2024, RLUSDs hit a amazing 250 million market cap and 10 billion in trading volume. That's really insane. And that's a lot of growth in under just 4 months. And with this news, this is just the tip of the iceberg. You know, it's going to provide instant connections to banks, FIs, payment service providers, exchanges, and many more connections that Ripple has throughout the world. This is literally an enterprise utility right out of the box and ready to go. Other news. Here's the next kicker. Ripple also announced RLUSD is now live on Kraken, one of the biggest crypto exchanges, and they're also, we know, onboarded and live on LMAX Digital, Zero Hash, Bitstamp, and Bullish. But Kraken, again, is a tier 1 exchange. Huge amount of liquidity pushed through Kraken. This opens it up to retail users, not just enterprises, making RLUSD way more accessible. This train is definitely picking up speed, and the confidence in this investment should be rock solid for you. As XRP asset owners, and again, this is one of my favorite projects, these are all signs of where the system is going. And that's what I want to bring to you and just keep you engaged and make sure you have a broad concept of what is going on here. What else is going on out there? Well, we know Bank of America's CEO dropped the bombshell. They're ready to launch a stablecoin with 1.6 trillion in assets behind it once regulators say go. And if Bank of America's in, you know every major bank is plotting to do the exact same thing because it's all about competition. Let's listen to what B of A's CEO had to say, and then we'll dive into some more information of why the banks would want stable coins and want their own stable coins.
Currency. It's pretty clear there's going to be a stable coin, which is going to be a fully dollar-backed, type of thing, which is no different than a money market fund with check access. Is no different than a bank account, really. And so, if they make that legal, we'll go into that business. So you'll have a Bank of America coin and a U.S. dollar deposit, and we'll be able to move them back and forth because now it hasn't been legal for us to do it, but it's just done like another foreign currency. The question of what it's useful for is going to be interesting.
Again, very interesting. So why stablecoins? Why would banks want to develop, spend money to have their own stablecoin environment within their own infrastructure? So think of it. Your checking account stores money right now, and it lets us pay for groceries, for bills, whatever the case may be. Stable coins are going to do that, but they're going to do it a lot better. They're faster, they're cheaper, and RLUSD is live on XRP and Ethereum. So as he was saying, banks are going to love stablecoins because of these reasons. They save big on fees. Right now, wires cost $30 to $50 to send. That's the information out there. When all this becomes on the blockchain, those transactions we know cost pennies. So it's going to save them money on the back end. It's also going to allow them to keep using their own internal system, and it's competition against Venmo and Cash Apps and some of these other fintech apps that are coming out. And it also is going to allow them, banks we're speaking to now, to ditch expensive back office teams by automating everything. Remember, that's the efficiency that we're getting to, and it's a trade-off. And the banks are seeing this. The huge banks are definitely seeing this. And basically, the other reason is for privacy. Again, as I spoke to last night, banks are not going to want all this information out. So they're going to build their own infrastructure with stables so that their customers can use an app and deposit funds and move money around internally within that banking system. And then when it's offloaded and it moves outside of that bank, they will use the blockchain and other stables, i.e. RLUSD, to move that money cross-border, cross-state, whatever the case may be. This is the infrastructure that is building right before our eyes that I've been speaking to. And this is just not a tweak. I mean, this is an absolutely total overhaul. And that's why I keep speaking to the regulation. We have to have that regulation in place so it's all done correctly. And I know there's a lot of fear out there about regulation, and I'm not a proponent of large government or regulatory guidance. However, we as citizens, we just need to make sure that they're doing it the correct way and they don't overburden us or the system with the regulation. But again, picture this. In 5 years, stable coins from Ripple, as an example, and banks will dominate the payment sector. No more waiting days for a wire. Right now, it's ridiculous sending money. Money will literally move instantly. We know we can move peer-to-peer right now, our crypto back and forth, but we need a more global system with stable coins. So it's in USD or Euro denomination so we can move them across border. RLUSD is already doing this, setting cross-border payments and settling cross-border payments in seconds. They're powering treasury ops. They're literally bridging fiat and crypto. We are witnessing this. And with Kraken and other exchanges on board now, it's not just for the big players. Literally, it's being built for us, and anyone can grab it if you can envision this and you can see what's going on. Traditional finance and crypto merging into that hybrid system. Banks are going to run stable coins on blockchains like XRP and Ethereum, while DeFi apps like Uniswap and Aave that's out there are going to allow us to earn interest and trade in amongst other currencies and cryptos. I mean, the DeFi environment is absolutely going to be phenomenal in the future as they're building this out. But this is just the beginning. And who are the winners? In my opinion, it's going to be a handful of networks, and XRP is already leading the way with RLUSD, with the speed and their payment solutions, and they're going to pull ahead and lead that charge, in my opinion. But here's where it gets wild. As stablecoins take over, the blockchains they run on become the new financial highways. Again, that's why I say the whole financial system is being recreated, re-engineered, modernized right in front of us. And that's where XRP shines. Now, before I speak directly to why XRP will excel, let's listen to how legislatures are urgently moving to put stablecoin regulation in place and how many of them understand the power that they have for finance.
stablecoin legislation.
Go ahead, yeah.
Stablecoins have the ability to greatly increase the speed of payments and settlements and to make our economic system even more efficient. Stablecoins will also support the advancement of the US dollar around the globe. If we allow other countries to fill the void before the United States is able to put together a robust stablecoin regime, we will regret it when the transactions around the world are done with currencies from geopolitical adversaries like China.
And I absolutely believe that the United States will not fall behind. We are gaining more and more traction every day, and we're seeing this and we're witnessing this go on right now. So now let's dive into XRP and why I believe the price will soar. I'm not giving any price targets, just not the way I do things, but XRP absolutely will soar as all this integration begins to take place and the regulation sets itself here in the next 4 to 6 months. Ripple's RLUSD again runs on the XRP ledger. It's a blockchain built for speed. We know that transactions settle in 3 seconds for next to nothing. Very cheap. RLUSD's growth again is hitting Kraken and is going to rack up billions of dollars in trades as they start to have these trading pairs and people are moving in and out of different cryptos, which what means more liquidity on XRPL. That is huge. And XRP is already used in Ripple payments to bridge currencies like the USD to the euro. More volume means more and more XRP being burned via fees, therefore also tightening the supply of what XRP is out there. Again, XRP is deflationary. If RLUSD scales to a 1 billion market cap and banks like Bank of America jump on XRP with their own coins from their systems and they're bridging and moving that money across, XRP's utility absolutely is going to explode. Demand spikes, value climbs, Kraken's listing supercharges this by pumping more liquidity, and retail traders can now fuel some of that fire. Sure, stablecoins might compete with XRP's role. That's what I hear many, many times. However, remember, XRP has the home field advantage, though, in the XRPL, and Ripple's bank ties make it a star for the integration that is going on. For XRP holders, this is our golden ticket, and I absolutely am very, very excited and looking forward to the future. The future of finance is blockchain powered, stablecoin driven, and XRP's right in the mix of that conversation. Ripple's RLUSD again, we have Kraken and beyond. You can guarantee that in the coming months, we're going to have more crypto exchanges that are going to be announced that will be holding RLUSD. Plus banks like Bank of America, again, gearing up. They're telling us, they're showing the cards of where this is headed. And the networks that are going to win definitely is going to be XRP and could make us early adopters because, again, we have front run this for the first time. Retail has been in early and is going to make us absolutely very happy, I believe, in the future. And 2025 is the spark to really initiate all this, and we'll see those movements in the very near future. Everything is happening. That's just what we're seeing right now. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So again, what do you guys think? You think XRP will moon as we're seeing this stablecoin regulation take off and RLUSD taking off? Please drop your thoughts below, smash that like button, and subscribe for more crypto news as I continue to journey with you through this marathon race that we are on. Just stay safe, be non-emotional as this transition happens, because we're going to have ups and downs. Don't pay attention too much to the markets. Just have a defined exit strategy, as we've talked about in previous videos, and just really just enjoy the journey. We are very, very blessed to be here and to be able to witness this and just If it's getting too much for you, just walk away. Enjoyment is the key with this journey. And with that, until next time, Zip is out.